I just unmuted it. I forgot I had my microphone muted. Can you hear anything yet? There's no music? So bad. Can't hear you. You can talk. It doesn't matter to you. Hello, Joey. Just trying to figure out how I can play some music here. Let me know what the audio sounds like for you. Ben says it's got pretty bad quality, so I'm not sure what I can do about that. Every time I try to play music on live stream, I end up getting soft banned. So can you still not hear it, or because I turned it up a notch? So fresh. Hello, X. Who you starting out drawing with? I'm not sure. Who should I start out drawing with? Ben has given me multiple, or every single Stray Kid, basically. So we've got Felix, Han, Feng Chan, Hyunjin, Chanbin, Sugmin, Ian, and Lino. What do you guys request? Who do you want me to draw first? I'm just going to do a couple of little warm-up things here real quick. Just warm up my wrist a little bit. Macne first? Who's Macne? It's Macne, a Stray Kid. Macne. I'm not familiar with Macne. Unless that's like a nickname for one of the children, one of the stray children. Which one is Macne? I'm not super familiar with Stray Kids. My son Ben is a super big fan, so I'm drawing these at his request. I mean, Macne means the youngest. Well, I don't want to draw the wrong one. They said Macne, so don't want to. Macne means the youngest in Korean. It's IN. Okay, cool. Awesome. I knew it. You were right. Good job, Ben. Lion. Let me just save this reference here, and then we will open him up.
Get it, rock, rock, slide in your face, more. You can never won't let you go, Jay. In my hands, one never be just day, but place to place, I'm waiting to bed, say, but that's okay. My speak is that day, yeah, but late, so. Right, go, go. What is this sound like that?
I know nothing about Stray Kids. I just like watching your streams. Oh, hey, Moonlight. I appreciate that. I don't know much about Stray Kids either, but I know I like some of their songs, and my son Ben really likes their music too. So I just saw Stray Kids in the caption, so I immediately clicked on the live. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I appreciate that. I hope I can draw them enough to your liking that you maybe stick around for another live sometime. Scare the cat with the balloon. Poor kitty. I was hoping to be able to play some Stray Kids music, but I've been getting kind of soft fan the last few times that I've been playing music on my live stream. So can you hear the music at all? No. If I move the thing over here, then tell me. Give it like 5 seconds to. Can't hear it at all. You can't hear the music at all. X said I can hear the music. What's Ben's favorite Stray Kids song? What's your favorite Stray Kids song? He's thinking. He's deep in thought. Will you let her out, please, Link? Let me know if the music's too loud now because I kind of turned the speaker, get this little speaker thing here. Just turned it towards my microphone, and I can turn it down if it's too loud. You're born to the endless fire. We ain't gonna die and fight. Ben said it's either backdoor or ceremony. So I just got their Karma album on Spotify right now because he picked pictures of them from their Spotify era. It's Link. Their Karma era on Spotify. Sorry. X said, "Fair enough. They have so many great songs, hard to choose." Don't you dare! What are you doing? Okay. What? You're silly. I said, X said he's so cute. I'm assuming they're talking about you. Give me just 1 second. I'm just gonna share the stream before I forget because I always forget to do that. Is it really that bad? Is it like messing up the hearing me? That's fine. I can do that. Where do I see the share button at?
Yeah, I thought that you were like.
In my head, they sing it in all English. I'm just gonna try to share this real quick. I have a question. For the people watching on YouTube right now, is it showing my live stream in like horizontal regular video format or in vertical format? Because on my OBS. Oh, hey, Lovey. Glad to see you. I love Yongin. He's my bias wrecker. Oh, hi, love. Yongin. Let me look at a picture of him real quick. Oh, Ian.
That's why it's on.
Oh. I know a little bit of Korean, so I'm trying to read like the romanization of it when you guys write it there. Yes, it's horizontal. Yes, it's normal. Okay, because last time I played Hollow Knight, I was streaming it in the horizontal format, and somebody told me that I should stream on YouTube in vertical because you can stream in shorts mode apparently, and that gets you more views. I assume that it's like, yeah, landscape. Okay. Excited to see your drawing. Oh, thank you. X said, I love Ceremony and Backdoor. From the Karma album, my favorite song is probably Phoenix and 0801. Fun fact, 0801 is actually Stay's birthday. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's okay if it's showing in landscape. I guess I didn't think about it until just now, but somebody was said in my last live stream that I should try streaming in vertical format on YouTube because I might get just more eyes on the thing, but it's fine. I'll hopefully remember next time, so. Okay, I am just trying to figure out how I can share the stream here. So I think I'm just gonna go to my YouTube channel real quick. I will get back to drawing here in just a second. Just give me a second. Share, copy link, and I'm just gonna share it to my Discord here because. Get right back to it in just a minute. Just sharing the live stream and a few different Discord servers that I'm in. And if anybody here likes art competitions, my Discord server that I'm hosting, we're doing monthly art competitions, and for this month the competition theme is something that keeps you company, I think. Was the one that I went with. There was a few I couldn't decide on, but that's the one I ultimately went with. I'm pretty excited about it. Hello on TikTok as well. I'm not sure if the chat is connected to my OBS here, but I don't want you guys to feel left out. Oh, hi gamer girl. Saw this on YouTube home screen, thought I'd check it out. You guys for coming. It's okay, I will get back to drawing now. Just doing a little bit of sharing there. Okay. I'm trying to figure out my style to be a little bit more simplified because I've been wanting to make a webcomic recently. I'm trying to figure out how to like see the shapes and like the basic shapes in something. X said, I'd love to join. I love painting and drawing. How do I join the Discord server? Awesome. I think I have the link in my YouTube profile, but it's called the Artsy Hangout. There should be an invite link in my YouTube profile description or whatever it's called if you go to my information on my YouTube. Let me see. I can probably actually share it here. I could do welcome invite and edit invite to be generate new link. Well, I tried to send it in the thing, but it's not, I don't know if it's sending or not. For some reason, it's not showing, but. One. Um, yes, you are there. Okay, there we go. It's sent. I think it stopped streaming me on YouTube or on TikTok for some reason. I wonder if it's because I'm playing copyrighted music.
If you are playing different music, not TikTok
Hmm?
If you are playing different music, as well as no.
I can't hear anything that you said, but I am playing copyrighted music. I'm playing the Stray Kids music, so. Oh, hello, hi. Gamer Girl says, I love drawing. Mostly I do anime, but I'd like to try a more realistic style. Does anyone have any tips? I would appreciate anything. That's interesting because like I veer towards a more realistic style with most of my drawings, but I'm trying to simplify my style. And when it comes to realistic styles, I mean, all I can think of really is like references are really your best friend. Like just trying to train your eye to draw exactly what you see. That's what I have the most trouble with, especially when it comes to facial features. Getting the eyes and the nose and the mouth all aligned in the exact right place. It's like my arch nemesis, basically. I've stopped so many drawings because I've not been able to get those proportions exactly correct, and it's incredibly frustrating. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I got my TikTok live access suspended for some reason. I would love to give tips, but I'm also an anime artist sometimes. The main tip is to make the facial features distinct. It's a bit hard when you have a cartoony art style, but with time it clicks. Yeah, also lighting and shading, a lot of those too. Yeah, that's true. Okay. We're gonna actually draw something now. I'm gonna stop messing with my technical stuff. I'm pretty sure that my TikTok just got suspended. My TikTok live streaming just got suspended again because I'm playing music, but I kind of knew that was gonna happen, so. Hi, Dina. How do you make the nose? Well, it depends. A lot of times I've been practicing recently doing the nose kind of like this. So, like, if you have a face, so you have like, if, imagine it's a front-on face, you have your circle, right, for your head. You have your guideline right down the middle. Your brow line is usually, if you're doing a more realistic style, it's right about middle line here, okay? That's not exactly middle. Middle here, and then maybe nose about here. So if you imagine like the tip of the nose is about right here, and then if you think of like the structure of the nose as a box, I've been seeing a lot of things like this. So you have your kind of box structure like this, and put in your nostrils. Depending on how big you want your nose, the nostrils will be bigger or smaller. I always tend to make my noses a little bit too big, but obviously that's fixable with just drawing them a little bit smaller or resizing them. And then you've got your kind of little thing here that connects to the philtrum, which is those like the little dip in underneath your nose before you get to your lip area. But drawing it kind of like as a 3D structure box makes it a little bit easier to visualize it, especially when you're drawing in different perspectives. The nose is still really difficult for me to draw. I still always have to have a reference because I can't exactly see it perfectly with my mind yet. That's what I'm hoping to work on as I'm doing my anatomy practice is trying to figure out how to draw a face from a certain angle without having to have a reference because my biggest issue right now is I want to make this comic, but I'm really intimidated by the fact that if I need this really intricate pose and I can't find an exact reference for it, I'm not going to be able to draw it. And so I'm trying to teach myself if you can teach yourself anatomy and practice enough, then you'll be able to draw the body or the face, the head at any angle without a reference because you know how anatomy works, you know how certain features look at different angles. And yeah, that's why I feel like it's something that's really important to me to figure out how to do. So, yeah. Is that Ian? Yes, it's Ian. My son Ben sent me photo references of all the Stray Kids members in his favorite era, which is the I called it era, but it's from the Karma album. And so I'm also listening to the Karma album at this point, and this is Ian. Yeah, someone's suggestion. OG said I that's why I don't draw humans. You should though. You should try to draw humans. Of course, drawing things other than humans is fine too. What do you like to draw mostly, OG? Let me get back to drawing and not as much yapping here. You can't really see his eyebrows in this picture, so I will say that this guy that I've drawn here looks a little wide. So I'm just gonna squeeze him in a little bit. Honestly, I don't use reference that much because I usually don't have access to it. I don't have as a device with me. That's interesting, X. You know, I noticed recently, I was going through one of my sketchbook that I keep in my purse, and me and my family went on a little kind of vacation trip to a city a little bit nearby here, and we went to a park and I had drawn some ducks that were in the pond and I drew a little like toy train that was there that like the kids could climb on. And then my youngest son and my husband were like fishing off this little dock and I drew some of that stuff in my sketchbook. And recently I was showing those drawings to my youngest son and he had like the biggest smile on his face looking at those drawings and I was thinking I should draw more of like real life stuff that we encounter, of just like different places that we go, because I feel like it's so much interesting than just taking a picture, because it's like you're more in the moment of what's happening. And I don't know, he thought it was really cool, so I thought it was cute, so I like that. I like how you don't always have a device near you, so you just draw whatever you're around. That's I definitely want to do more of that. Oh, you're gonna draw him too high? Awesome. Yeah, draw him and then post him in the Discord. Let's see all of our Stray Kids drawings here. Figure out how to make his chin not look like a super circle. I watched The Amazing Digital Circus after watching your previous stream, and I really enjoyed it. I hope they continue the series. I think there's so much more they can add. Yeah, it's a really cool show. I really, really liked it. My son Ben got me into it. Obviously, Ben. He's the OP here. I already don't like this face shape, but oh gee, no, there will only be 10 episodes. What was that, the 8th episode that we watched then recently, or the 7th? I can't remember. Usually I draw straight from my mind. Something I really like about myself is I have a very good memory. It's like I can look at something or someone and just remember exactly how it looks. That is amazing. It's like a superpower. You sure you don't have like a photogenic memory, or is that what it's called? Where you can remember things just by looking at them? Because that is a superpower. I was about to say, why does this sound like something from K-pop Demon Hunters, but it's your idol? Have I already gone through everything? I'm now listening to K-pop Demon Hunters music, okay. I thought 9 episodes. I watched all of what is on Canadian Netflix. I think there was about 7 or 8 episodes. Yeah, I think Ben told me that there's supposed to be another one coming out in March or something. Episode 8, I think, is coming out in March of this year. You remember stuff when you were a few months old? It's very fun to remember how my siblings looked as small babies. That is amazing. Yeah, you'd most definitely have a photogenic memory then, because a few months? A few months? Gamer Girl says whenever I draw, I have to have a picture in front of me no matter what it is. That's literally how I am. Like I can try to draw something without a reference, but it is going to be trash. Like it's going to be absolute garbage. I have got to have a reference. I really envy you, X, that you're able to do that. That is amazing. Yeah, how do you remember that? That's crazy. That is amazing. I guess it's time to draw his arm now. Oh, too big. We're gonna do you can only see two of his fingers really in this. This obviously is much longer than what I've drawn. Still think he's a little wide here. I always draw the nose up way too high. Looks better. What are you guys' oldest memories? I cannot for the life of me draw hands. Hands are the hardest part. Yes, they are very, very difficult. I agree. OG, the oldest memory I can remember is when I was 5 and I jumped on a piece of wood and it stabbed through my foot. Same, I cannot draw hands either. It's so difficult. Literally just as hard as drawing. Fabric. Don't get me started. I cannot believe, like, I see these references of people drawing different kinds of fabric, whether it's like I seen a reference earlier actually that was like velvet versus like transparent fat or like translucent fabric, like a sheer silk. And I'm just like, the drawing looks so realistic. My brain could not compute how you figure out how to do that. I would absolutely have to have references for that. And I feel like as hard as it is for me to draw faces, fabric is just like, it's just not even in the same universe as drawing faces and stuff is so difficult. How many stickers should be included and for what price? Doll Levy, that's a really good question. I've actually been thinking about making stickers as well. I can't help you. I'm sorry, because I don't really know when it comes to selling things, but I feel like if you look up, like if you do a little bit of research, I feel like there's a lot of really good artists on YouTube at least who do merch like that. And I guess it really depends on like where you're selling it. Because I know that different platforms there's like different price variations. So I guess it depends on like where you're selling it as well. The oldest memory I can remember is my twin sister laying on the floor in her bright pink baby clothing. When I was 1 and how I used to escape my crib. I feel like you guys' memories go back way further than mine. I don't think I can go back that far. You guys' art is so cute in the Discord. Thank you for joining, by the way. That's so cool. I feel like this eye is up a little high. Whoops. I always press the wrong button. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's pretty close. What do you guys see this off about this? When I flick this back and forth, I feel like I got the angle of the head pretty good. I feel like maybe my nose could be a little bigger and a little lower, and maybe the mouth could be a little bigger. Let's do that. If I make that a little bigger and a little lower, or a little bigger, that automatically makes it a little lower. Looks pretty good. All right, let's work on the hand a little here. I was hoping that these sketches would be a little bit quick, but I should have known better, honestly. The chin is a bit sharp, and the eye next to the head could be a bit closer to the side of his face. The eye next to the head? Or next to the hand, I'm sure that's what you meant. You mean this one. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Eyes look a little square compared to his more long, arched inner corner. I'm not going for photorealistic, but I do agree. It could be better. His eyes are more pointy. Be looking forward to seeing your guys's version of Ian here that you're drawing. If you join the Discord, post it there for sure. Oh, thank you guys. You don't have to butter me up, but I appreciate it. I'm gonna figure out this hand situation here as well. You know, actual human anatomy, the fingers have 3 joints, but in most, oh my goodness, where am I going? In most simplistic drawings or simplified drawings, they usually draw human hands with the fingers only having 2 joints. And so I need to figure out how I can convey that accurately. His hand is like way further down his face, actually. I'm just realizing. That's what's nice about digital art. You can't do this with a sketchbook. Yeah, his thing's about right there. His cheek, and then his fingers coming about through here. This can probably all come in a little bit too. I'm drawing Stray Kids members and I would post them in Discord, but I don't have a Discord. Otherwise, I would share them with you. Well, that's fine. I'm fighting the hand, yes. Oh, hands are so difficult. Now I feel like the nose is too low. What is with this? I feel like it's the right size, but it's a little... That's a little bit better. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lower the opacity of this. And I'm going to create a new layer. And I'm going to try to redraw it with a different pen. Too big. Too small. Maybe like that. X says, I have to go now. It's already 3 a.m. in my country. I'm Nemo on the Discord and sent the drawing of Sing Min. I hope to see you finally. Awesome. Thank you, X, so much for joining, and thank you for joining the Discord. I hope to see you in the next live stream. The break is almost over. Oh no. Okay, bye, X. Thank you so much for joining.
If you're running now, it's right now.
You like drawing digitally or traditionally more? I mean, that's a really hard question for me. I feel like I like both have their perks. You know what I mean? Like both have their pros and cons, and some of them have the same pros and cons as each other, but like so for drawing to traditionally, the pro is the convenience of just like, you have your sketchbook with you wherever you're at. That might just be for me personally because I have an iPad, but it's really kind of big. It's like a 12.9 inch, so I don't bring it with me very often. But I have, a sketchbook that can fit in my purse that I can just bring out and draw whenever I want. But I also like the convenience of my tablet. Maybe it's less convenience and more something else where it's like, you have the undo button, you can easily erase without leaving marks behind and stuff and whatever you would categorize that as, but I feel like I'm more confident in my line work in my sketching when I draw traditionally, and I overwork things when I draw digitally just because you're able to work things so much more. Um, you're able to undo and resize and, transform and move things around digitally where you can't do that kind of same thing in a sketchbook. So I don't know. I can't really decide which one I like more. I feel like I physically like the act of drawing traditionally more than I enjoy the act of drawing digitally, but I feel like the digital aspect just has so many more conveniences that it makes it better in a sense. I don't know, it's like really it's really hard for me to decide. It's like asking me what my favorite color is. I don't have a favorite color. It depends on the context. My favorite color of a shirt is probably different than my favorite color of a couch or just depending on what the context is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too finicky. What about you, Doll Lovey? What do you prefer doing more, digital or traditional? Yeah, same. I totally agree. I'm way better at traditional art though. Yeah, I think probably traditional art has a little bit of a soft spot for me just because that's what I started with originally. But I really want to get better. My goal is really to get better at traditional art because I'm wanting to make a web comic or, just a comic, and I feel like that's much easier to do with digital, especially because I use Clip Studio Paint and they have a lot of really amazing features for um comic making in general. So if I can get better at digital art, I feel like my comic will come along much more easily. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Traditional art is more fun in my opinion because you need to learn how to work around mistakes. That's true. I feel like with traditional art, you get a better feel of your strengths and weaknesses because it's a lot harder to fix things traditionally, which is why I've heard that sketching with pen is a really good exercise, especially if you really struggle with um, chicken scratch, like the kind of drawing where you just do like marks like this or like every single instead of just drawing like one straight line, you kind of or say if you wanted to draw a circle instead of just kind of going like this, you might go like this would be more considered chicken scratch where you're less confident with your line work, so you just kind of make small little scratch marks, whereas the goal is to try to be able to make smooth circles or lines, which of course ignore all of those because they're trash, but that's just kind of the example that I was giving as far as what I've been learning. It's much easier to notice that kind of thing when you're doing traditional versus digital. Doll says, definitely traditional for me. I love the way digital art looks, but I enjoy traditional art more because I like being able to physically interact with different mediums. That's true. I feel like you get a better feel of like when you're using paints of how the paint feels and looks on the paper. Where I know with the different digital programs like Procreate and Clip Studio, you can use like they have different watercolor brush, download packs, and oil paints and stuff, but unless you actually use that stuff in real life and have, a good feel of what it's supposed to feel like, I can't imagine that it would really be as intuitive using it on a digital interface. Of course, I don't know exactly. I've never used oil paint before in real life, so I can't imagine that I can't exactly speak on that, but I know with watercolors, it's so unpredictable. Watercolors basically just do whatever they want. You can't really control them as well as like, graphite or pen or colored pencils or whatever. But I feel like it is good to at least have some practice with a medium traditionally, um, just so you have a better idea of whenever you are using it digitally, you have kind of have a better idea of how it works, and I feel like it would just work more to your advantage that way. Oh, Singmin isn't in the building. In freaking love. Hi, Singmin. Gamer Girl says, I've only done traditional art, but I'd like to do digital. Also, a quick question. Who's your Stray Kids bias? Personally, I like Ian. Oh, hello, Pina. Who's your Stray Kids bias? I like Ian and Hyunjin. So, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fairly new to Stray Kids. My son Ben is really into it. I will say actually, I feel like I had a bit of influence on him because I showed him I think it's the God's Menu song where Felix says cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin. I'm pretty sure I showed that to him before he really got into Stray Kids, so now he's the one who asked me to do this drawing, but I guess as of right now, I would say that Felix is my bias just for the fact of he's the only one I really know specifically. His deep voice, it just like it stands out to me so much. It's amazing. But I think the more that I listen to Stray Kids, like the more music videos and stuff that I see, I'll probably develop a different bias. But as of right now, I think Felix is probably my favorite just because I know the most about him. But how are you guys liking my drawing so far? I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you haven't joined my Discord, you should join it. And if you have joined it, then I would love to see your Stray Kids drawings at the moment. Let's all draw Stray Kids and post it in the Discord. I only got into Stray Kids summer of 2025. Oh, Han says Youngjin. Oh, thank you. Hi. Youngjin is your bias. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into it more of who my bias is, but I think as of right now, it's probably Felix. I like his voice a lot. Oh, thank you, Hans. Oh, Hi's gonna send their drawing. Awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to try to get this hand looking somewhat like an actual human hand. Voice. My God, kind of. Actually, I think his mouth is a little bit wider than what I've drawn it. I think it's pretty good. And then I'm probably gonna redo this hand, but I'm going to just draw in the simple shapes for it right now is what I should have probably done. And I'm probably also just gonna do 2 knuckle digits. I'm not gonna draw the 3 knuckles. Okay. Hans Hans guitar says my bias is Han. Oh, well, Han definitely the best. Nice. Well, then you'll probably like the drawing that I do of Han. Maybe I'll do Han next because the reference image that I have of Han is a pretty interesting one. I like it. Yeah, your fellow potato is drawing the picture too. Awesome. It looks amazing. I love it so much. All right, let me hurry up and finish this drawing so I can move on to the next one. I feel like I'm getting back into a bad habit of working too long on one picture and then kind of obsessing over it. Let me put this on a different layer.
I see three diamond blocks. What am I missing? I feel like there's more than that or something. I see three diamond blocks. Zero. What? There's literally three diamond blocks right there. Guys, wait. I am seeing. These are my cousins. So excited to get this idea out.
I should have definitely cut and pasted that.
Right? So I didn't know he had that. Is gonna get a this is being a little more fun. So for a long time.
Oh, hi, is your fellow potato awesome? Awesome drawing. I love it. All right. All right, guys, let's do this hand. My hand looks like a claw. No, what do I do? You ate a potato yesterday. Oh no. Hopefully not your fellow potato. Don't eat them. We need them. We need them in their artwork. All right. We're just going to go with this hand for now. Make a little chubby baby. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, give me just a minute. I will be right back, and we will draw Han. Yes, we will draw Han next. I'll be right back. Ian is the cutest Macnay. For those who don't know, the Macnay is the youngest. Is it weird to say that I'm a decade younger than him? I don't think so. Do you do crafts as well as art? Um, I mean, I would say that I do some crafts. I'm not like super into crafts as much as drawing, just because it takes a little bit more, a little bit more effort. But if I take away the sketch layer, I don't know. I like the sketch layer with it, so I'm just gonna keep that. We're actually gonna keep these both on the same layer. Make it a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I got the proportions of the head. Would you like to come say hello? Oh, well, you're on stream. Say hello. This is my husband.
Hola.
Okay, let me just clean this up and then I'll do the next one.
Charger port.
I'm using it for my phone, but you can probably plug it in somewhere else. Oh, thank you, Hans. Okay. We're going to make a new folder and we're going to put these ones in the folder. Oh, you can't see my things. Okay, so now we're going to do Han, which let me. Hello again, hi. Let me find Han here. I think you guys are going to like this picture of Han. No, the Asian man. My husband said Solo. Han Solo. Maybe one day I'll do a Star Wars characters drawing stream. If anybody be interested in that. Yes, Han time. Let's open him. Where is he at? All right, tell me what you guys think about this picture that Ben chose for me. We're going Karma era. Okay. Honey. Okay, give me one more minute and I will be right back.
No. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Snowy! It's supposed to be snowing snow.
We may eventually.
Where's in the world? I'm not I'll check first. Check the hourly. Check the hourly. Oh.
By the day, check for snow for maybe 5 weeks, maybe. There's some on radar right now, so the next person wants to. Check radar. Yeah, I'm promising them they hear for dry company. If they even got snow or rain, most of it's 20 degrees. Probably not reaching, but I didn't go to church that time. They go then the thing was, wait,
Don't turn the camera on you.
oh, you're not. It works.
That was Link's Winter Bro game. Okay, I had to get sustenance. Cheese stick. Let me know if the music is too loud or if it's okay. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope I don't get like copyright struck on YouTube for doing this, but hopefully not.
Trust all things still the rhythm of the body's moving, baby. Right, things step forward.
Pretty sure he's wearing contacts, right? His eyes look unnaturally blue. He has a little bit more of a rounder face, doesn't he? I was painting on the line art layer. I'm gonna abstract. No, don't abstract. You can come back from this. All we need is love, dreams, and stray kids.
Hey, whoa, you're not go, we're not, the fuck. You never need to play, you got to go, we got, I was actually yelling from the next one. Oh, yeah, let's come up, oh, being so yeah, it's all just up, the beat,
I feel like that's way too big of a hand. Bro's assembling all the stays. You all can thank Ben for the reference photos. He's the one that gave me these.
All out from the real world, agency 너무 잘 전에 하나로 이거 round like yours to the body none of my stomach and all that keep jokes. It got you got to feel this song, the putting charge, bring out in the rough get control. You comes the totally do the tune, the radio tongue, getting that as a stone.
I can name tons of Stray Kids songs just by hearing the beginning of them. I listen to them every single day as often as I can. Amazing.
To trees and they are the sunshine, it's only for the kid. He's in a note of McJob and I don't know, play, let's see, sorry.
You're a little bit higher than the other one because the head's kind of tilted to the side. That is dedication.
문학력 세계적 도 전해질 빠른 계획도 맛없이 완벽한 판도에서 춤춰내 플랜대로 quick This life is regular 술리를 너무 과시 이제 배불러 또 할수 없어 이제 믿을러 우리는 지금 어디서 보니 I'm from yeah 되는 것도 be a through So who's gonna treat the I got that? I'm a pop, take the crowd chasing down my girls in the one night back them. Really not my truck do you want there, is it like a truck that gonna make you fly? I want to know that you want it. But we can have the pulse and that's up the top, mom, make it. I want to know that you want it. You're three so at the topic. That's the top, mom, make it. Whoa. Você para que já se cada feature. Right line gonna jump the feature. King of the march, keeper. What's up the down of the pray. What's she a barrachi, Barachi, got the barrachi. Oh no, my god, teach a man the bacon by the fruits and clear. I'm trying to give it tonight, see the fire. You know, 6,000 20 time, wait up, fire. Feeling on my truck, hey, one thing, oh, it's like a truck, gonna make you fly. So know that you want it. Oh, but return that's the one good boy. Ta.
You should put the solo song. If Ben comes and helps me find it, I'll put it on, but I don't know which one that is. OG. Ida Alicia looks great. Just joined. Oh, hi. Thank you. Here's the other one that I drew. If I can maybe move it up so you can see. Let me actually just make a new folder and then I'll put both of these in this folder and that way we can just easily. There we go. So this was the first one I did of IN, which was Makin was the Korean word for the youngest one. Or Maknae, sorry. Oh, Jongin. Youngin. Chongin. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Oh wow, you can do almost 100% of 0801. I just get stuck on a couple Korean lines. Korean's hard, but it's fun. I think I'm already seeing where I messed up here. I feel like his eyebrows need to be a little bit higher. Because they're pretty close to his head.
저는 언제나 속한 같으냐 Working of time, their face you got swing your watch. Just the game,
Is Ben coming to find my solo Han song? You said you should put on a Han Solo song? Han Solo?
Who said that?
OG said that. And I said if Ben could come help me, so can you help me? Is it on the
It's on our albums.
Here we can do it.
No,
Okay, I gotta turn my camera off for just a second because Ben's. Oh yeah, I could do it. Well, it's not, but it kind of is actually. It's on a cable. I'm gonna turn my camera off for just a minute so Ben, he's a little camera shy. He doesn't be on camera. All right, you're good. It's off. Hans says, how long have you been a stay? I'm curious what got you into art, if you don't mind me asking. If you're asking what got me into art, I've kind of drawn it, ever since I was a little kid, but I have a video, a long form video on my channel that I made recently that talks a little bit more about my art journey and how I got into making it. It's the one about PewDiePie, my long form videos. I don't know if you guys have watched any of those or not, but I talk a lot more about how I really got into drawing and what made me wanted to start like creating content and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you can check that out there if you want to. You may tie that for you. You're not gonna go pop this with a dart, are you? Okay, so this is supposed to be Han Solo song here. I'll make sure to check them out. New sub here. Awesome. Thank you. On top of the stove. We'll get it. It's gonna pop. It's gonna be too hot. It's not gonna burn you to grab it off the top of the stove. My youngest son just threw his balloon on top of the wood stove, which is probably going to pop because it's so hot. I still feel like his nose is too low, so I'm gonna raise that. This is what's amazing about digital art is just that exact thing. Oh, his nose is too low. I'm just gonna raise it instead of having to erase it and literally redraw it completely. Thank you guys for liking the stream. That's so sweet. All right, now we're gonna draw his eyes. My hardest, most scariest feature to draw. Already feels too big. Hold My Hand is such a beautiful song. I really love it. I also love Railway by Bang Chan and also So Good by Hyunjin. I'll have to check those out. I haven't listened to all Stray Kids songs. Um, TBH, I've been more listening to it because my son Ben, he really likes it. So watching your live streams actually or makes me actually finish my art. Oh, it's so awesome. The entire Pop album is peak. Pop, pop, pop. Railway scares me. Oh no. So right now it says this song is As We Are by Sungmin. Is this I should ask Ben if this is Sungmin's solo because he said that each of the Stray Kids has their own solo song. So I wonder if that's what this means if it says Sungmin.
You need to pull up the other one because it's
It fell behind what? The stove?
yeah.
You're wearing your headphones because you're scared of the loud noises of the pop.
Yeah.
You like to pop the balloons, but you don't like the loud noise they make.
Yeah, but like it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So
Get it.
I was
Oh, there we go.
it's fun.
Welcome, my son.
It's fun.
Haven't heard it that often, but it's really good. It's a solo. Yeah, I like it. Ah, I pressed the button. Sorry, guys. I was trying to turn it. Oh. Okay, there we go. I was trying to turn it so I could hear it better, and I ended up pressing a button on my radio thing. I have to go. I wish I could keep watching the stream. Yes, the stream is recorded. It should still be on my channel. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to come to it and see it again. But thank you so much for coming, Ida Alicia. And Hi is also leaving. Oh, it's nice to talk to you all. I've also posted my art on Discord. Thank you guys so much for coming. It means a lot to me. And posting your art on the Discord, joining is so much fun. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It looks so cute. I'm looking at it right now. Small potato or fellow potato. Thank you so much. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, I'm already seeing. I feel like oh, thanks, Ida Alicia. Bye. I'm gonna squish this. Actually, if I do that, I'm just gonna really quickly overlay it to just see how off I am. So, obviously, there are um there's conflicting advice when it comes to tracing, and I might make a video on this in the future. I know a lot of other people already have, but a lot of people say, tracing obviously is bad. You don't want to trace other people's artwork, so you don't want to trace photos and try to claim it as your own. But in certain cases, as this, where I'm just doing a study, okay, you've seen me obviously on stream draw this freehand by myself, just using the reference. If I take my sketch and overlay it with my reference, I can kind of at least align one or two features. So like right now I'm aligning the left eye, his right eye, our left. This eye here and the ear are lined up correctly, which makes me happy, okay? The nose and the mouth are a little bit high, and his other eye over here is a little bit low into the right. And I can see that I've made the hat too large. So obviously I wouldn't just go and trace everything, but now I can kind of adjust those things. So I know that I want to make this eye a little bit higher into the right. And then maybe even this hat a little more squashed in a little bit. Okay, so now if I take that and realign the same proportions earlier. Okay, the hat is pretty much right on for the shape. The eye could probably still come up into the left a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. The eye can come up into the left, which honestly, to me, it looks a little strange, but look at that. Now when I line it up, it aligns perfectly with the reference photo. His eye is right on that area. But when it's off over here, it's like it looks, and it's because his head is tilted, is why it looks like that. His head is a little bit tilted this way. which is why this line is, instead of it being a straight line across, it's more of a diagonal line, right? So, yeah. You want to come say hello? Hmm? You want to come say hello again? Somebody French. Bonjour. You don't want to see the Asian man that I'm drawing? Drawing Asian men. This is Cat's Eye. I thought Ben had came and put this on. I have to Ben. I thought you put this on Stray Kids all songs, but it's on Cat's Eye now. Doll says, I'm not sure if you answered this earlier, but what is your favorite digital circus character? Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't see that, Dollovy. Originally within like the first few episodes, my favorite TADC character was Gummy Goo, just because his what's the word? I can't. I know words. I promise, but his like coming to understanding of his existence and then his immediate demise in the same episode is playing Cat's Eye. No, I thought you put it on.
You told me to put it on Han Solo's a second.
I thought you'd be able to like scroll through
No,
all of.
since you specifically told me Han Solo song, it'll just play songs that are like that. So not
Oh, I thought you put me on a Stray Kids only playlist and you just scrolled through and found the solo. Would his not be on the Stray Kids?
it is, but
You just didn't do that because you're lazy.
that's not how that works.
So if you go to the Stray Kids songs completely, the Han Solo song, all their solos will not be on there.
It is. I just said it. It's on an album.
But you didn't do that because now it's playing Cat's Eye.
I did. I clicked on that song, so it doesn't play songs from that album. It plays songs like this.
Ah, okay.
So it's why
Well, now it's playing Run by BTS. Anyway, favorite TADC character, go.
Bubble.
Bobble.
Bubble.
Oh, but that is not your favorite character.
Yeah, I did.
Bubble is not your favorite character.
Jackson.
Ben says that Bubble is his favorite character. I don't believe him.
Don't believe me on a lot.
Because you lie a lot.
I don't.
You're a chronic liar.
That's not how that works.
No, you're not. I said Gummy Goo originally. I feel like Gummy Goo's not coming back, is he? He had his like comeuppance in the or his come again in the restaurant episode, but I don't feel like he's actually gonna reappear. I feel like they're heavily pushing Omni and Jax kind of thing.
Kind of king. No, not though.
Are you serious about Bubble? No, pick someone else. Who's your second? Who's your second? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben said Jax. Moonlight says Bubble is great. My favorite is Jax. Second favorite is Zooble. Yeah, Zooble. I like Zooble's kind of interesting. I don't really like their foul mouth, but they're pretty good. A pretty good character aside from their foul mouth. I don't really care for that, but not to be super controversial or anything, but honestly, I feel like Kane is a pretty good character when it comes to like interesting characters and funny and ones that are always making me laugh. Kane is literally always cracking me up. Oh, bye Han's guitar. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to finish my Han drawing while you were here. When I listen to Stray Kids music, I do it on Amazon Music, and I just go to their artist profile and shuffle it. Yeah, see, I only just recently started using Spotify because Ben uses Spotify, but yes, Kane is so interesting. He is, like, even though he's frustrating, I feel like as a character, think of like as being an author, a character like Kane is just so. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I had your ice cream. I'm sorry. It was delicious though. Um, I hope you come back though, and maybe next time I'll draw some more. I'll draw more Hans just for you, Hans guitar. I'll draw more of that for you specifically. If you come back to my live stream next time, if you subscribe and come back to my live stream. Okay, bye, Hans. Yeah. But anyway, I think just as a character written, Kane is a very interesting character. He always makes me laugh, even though he's what you wouldn't really consider one of the main characters of the story. He's still, I don't know, he still always gets a chuckle out of me, so I appreciate that. Do you want to come see the Asian man that I've been drawing? I like that he's got his headphones on. Can you believe that I just found those in Harbor Freight? That one time we were in there and picked them up for him. No, headphones.
Oh,
His head.
oh, okay.
Can you believe I bought balloons at Harbor Freight? Okay, new sub bye. Thank you, Hans. Levy says it's hard for me to pick a favorite character. I relate most to Gangle, and my favorite episode is the fast food restaurant episode. See, that's funny because Gangle to me has just always kind of seemed like, and not to be offensive or anything, but kind of more of like a sad, pathetic kind of character where they just seem like really, really depressed. Um, and I remember the restaurant episode not really being super interesting to me, and maybe I just didn't really give it my full attention as much as I should have. Honestly, I have been meaning to go back and rewatching all of the episodes again just because Ben's always like Lindo or like Matt Pat. But in more of the recent episodes, like I think in episodes 7 and 8, the ones that came out recently, I liked Gangle a lot more in those episodes. I feel like they just gave them more of a personality other than just being sad and kind of anxious all the time, or like their mask was always getting destroyed. And just like I didn't really understand the purpose of Gangle. Um it's kind of interesting when you think about how like each character in the digital circus was obviously a real person before they came to the circus, because it's almost like we're not exactly in the perspective of Pomni herself, but we start in the episode 1 of TADC with Pomni coming into the circus and being like freaked out about like, oh, I put a headset on and now I'm here. And so that's kind of our perspective, like our first person is Pomni. So you would imagine like every other character in the circus, their personality in the circus is how they were in real life. And Gangle was just always kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of like sad and oh, okay, thank you. Not, I don't want to say like pathetic, Gangle pathetic, like in a bad way. It's not what I mean. Like, ew, that bitch spit on me. Ew. I don't mean it like in a bad way, but it's just almost like I don't really know how to describe it. You're so silly. I have lots of emotional intelligence, so Gangle is one of my favorite characters. I understand her. That's amazing. I like that. I really started liking Gangle more in the later episodes. Because I feel like more of her personality started showing through. I feel like it's not that her personality wasn't good in the earlier ones, but I feel like they just didn't really portray her very clearly or give her like enough of a platform to really show herself. Are you trying to do that again? I'll be right back. I gotta go do a couple things, but I'll leave you. Okay, thank you, gamer girl. I'm gonna get back to drawing because that's what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay. I'm going to keep drawing. Ah, ah. Thank you guys for liking and sharing the stream, by the way. That's so awesome.
Not air TV. Oh, it's a little late for that, hun. It's 9 o'clock. If you want to go get a quick bedtime snack before you go brush your teeth, because we're going to do field service in the morning. Which character do you relate to the most? I mean, if I think about which character I relate to the most, I feel like my reaction to the whole situation would either be between Ragatha or Pomni. Pomni in the sense of like, so Ragatha almost has like this, she's obviously been there for long enough that she's kind of got this what's the word? What's the word that you would use when you have like when there's like a crazy situation but you've kind of almost just accepted it? I guess acceptance in the way where like in the TADC universe, Ragatha is almost like in the acceptance phase. She's kind of accepted that she's there. She's just trying to make the best of it. She wants everybody to like her. She's just trying to be helpful. I feel like in that sense, I would relate to her. But on the other side, I feel like I would relate to Pomni in the sense of like, she's almost just like in the like she just cannot believe what's happening. Like it's almost like the opposite end of the spectrum where Ragatha is on the one side where she's fully accepted what's happened and she's trying to make the best of it, and Pomni's on the side of like she still does not understand what's going on. Like how did she get here? What does this stuff even mean? It's so I'm somewhere in between Pomni and Ragatha, I feel like, which is not a character in between Pomni and Ragatha, but oh. Now we're listening to a different song. I don't know who this is. Here we go. Han and Felix. What about you, Doll Levy? Which character do you relate to the most?
Like God finds me on human and how I keep them moving, live a real life from and I'm big forward. Bring them all the same. No difference. That force me on open up on free.
What about you, OG? Are you still there? What's your favorite TADC character? Who do you relate to the most?
Captain Nova shit whenever I want it. It's a face mode as regular cause it. Hopefully super brand cause it's steady lucky. With my hair and southern relatives. That's funny. But only on press. So advanced we can first and the last. We're so advanced we can first and the last. Woke up loving, yeah, I'm trying to get very done with jobs. Was a kid, young and vicious, got me out of school. Don't and no man, not a style, I think my own first. To let that fire burn and shine it. Like a one hand. We show us new. We got the juice. Got the mind. Let's tonight, oh my God, never shows you wanna know what I'm about. Looking over as we go, looking up some of what thinking that's all the goes because let's get out of my enemies from me from my ear to road. Soon I can eat the last trip in the bag like got nothing to show. That's how I ride. Flame no chip it's on it. Copping all the shit whenever I want it. It's that thing smoke. I'm like that talking to me, bang, cause it's favorite rocky. Yeah. It's like my hands.
Huh?
Can you listen to that?
Yeah.
Say what I said.
I'm not sure. 1 second.
Mom ate all my ice cream. I had like 3 bites.
We bought new ice cream for you today.
And I want to talk.
Lincoln, you can share your popcorn with Dad if you love him and if you're in the sharing mood. But Dad did get new ice cream today, so you can say, Dad, you have ice cream if you want a snack.
Ice cream if you want a snack.
You're like the most to gangle. Oh, Moonlight says I gotta go. I'll try to come back later though. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by though. And OG says that Bubble is their favorite. He's cute. Bubble is definitely cute. I agree. I don't know about that one either. I changed it.
What's sort of a little hard to got you on. And that's I got to have. But the charge on them is doing you around now. Now they're like egg on shit. She can't go in. Right on me. You know it can go. Shit. All of the comics and songs. Sing it, sing it. No, I can never let for it. Head for you. Where's my
The popcorn smells really, really good. I've been watching your videos for a while and I heard you talking about making a webcomic. I was wondering if it included any of your OC you previously drawn on your channel. No, actually, it hasn't. I haven't made any content pertaining to my webcomic just yet. I actually haven't even drawn any characters of my webcomic yet. I've just mainly been working on the storyline and kind of have the vision of what the characters look like in my head. Um, but I do have like mood board kind of things on Pinterest. And just different photos that I've saved of what I feel like the way that I envision my characters to look. So I probably should make a video or do a live stream or something based. I should at least try to sketch out my characters. My thing recently is that the more that I've been researching about making comics, web comics, and all that whole kind of genre thing, is that when you have a big story in your head and you've never made a comic before, it's really not a good idea to start with your big idea, because if you've never made comics, then you don't really, it's almost like you need mileage. You need experience in making comics before really going in with your big idea, because then it won't be executed as well and you won't be as satisfied with it. So I actually have some smaller ideas that I want to work with. More like short stories, kind of slice of life, like Sunday comic kind of vibe things, where I want to try to make comics with those first before I start making my big idea comic, just so that it turns out better. But it's still, comic making is still a bit intimidating. But it is something that I am hoping to get started on, having, some more details on behind the scenes. And I definitely need to at least start trying to make some character sheets of my different characters and references and stuff. But I do have a lot of ideas for that, yeah. Oh, Gamer Girl is back. Hello. I'm just talking about some webcomic stuff.
Petty, Petty doesn't like some birthday. Looking like a Petty from Korea to Miami. So shit show, we got in the champion. Double to chip show, she got all to cash. She got on that to be to the cash. Keep no semester solo, a miracle let's get my wall. Keep the good running the mother thought. Stepping wrong. When it took down, take that your best goes down to waste. So get someone else so much, it turns to bad and we're back to there. Go up here, because we're one of it. Good spot out. See what you now. Oh, yeah. Time to each other we go. To get on.
Okay, so now I'm going to just lower this opacity and do another layer, hopefully, of a nice, yes, God's menu. I can see that advice being useful, but I also think sometimes starting with big idea or the one that mainly interests you can motivate to see the project through. So I agree with that. I feel like when you're working with a project that you're really, really invested in, it can make you more excited to finish the project. But I think, so I had to be quiet for Felix's part there for a second. I feel like when you're starting a comic, it's less of like, oh, you're a good artist, you're good at drawing, that's one thing. But just being good at drawing is different than being good at making comics, because there's so much more to comic making than just being good at drawing. You have to be good at storytelling, you have to be good at kind of the flow, like the vision of where it goes. So when it comes to like word bubbles and making the eye be able to track across certain things in a certain way, like there's just so much more that goes into it than just being able to draw well. Oh, so simply because you're motivated by the excitement of the project as if the idea you wanted to see come to life instead of kind of using a side mission idea. So I do understand that. I do get what you're saying and I agree with it, but I also agree with the sentiment of that when you have a cooking like a chef from 5 star. Did you actually know that there is no such thing as a 5 star Michelin? And the Michelin stars only actually go up to 3 stars. Yeah, Ben taught me that. But anyway, when it comes to comic making, if you make your very first comic, you've never made a comic before, and you have this big, great, grand idea. If you make your first comic based on your big, grand idea, it might not actually be executed that well because you don't have any experience making a comic. Whereas if you try to do some smaller ideas beforehand, you kind of get some practice, you get some mileage under your belt, you gain some experience, you learn what your strengths and weaknesses are when creating a comic. You can then focus those in on your big idea so that it actually, gets executed much more eloquently and it comes out much nicer. And I don't know, just going off research that I've done, I've watched a lot of comic making videos on YouTube and on TikTok and stuff, and people giving different advice for things. And I definitely get what they're saying when it's like, it can be really, what's the word? Um, Alluring, I guess. It can be really alluring to just jump in with your big idea because that's what's motivating you. But if you don't have the experience of how to do something, your outcome can be subpar, which can be really discouraging or, unmotivating when you're like, I really love this idea, but it's just not coming out. It's not working how I envisioned it. And that could be because you don't have the experience or the knowledge of how to, execute it in a certain way. So, starting with smaller ideas, my thought was like, I have these big ideas for stories that I have. I have two big story ideas in my brain. One's much bigger than the other. The other one's a little bit smaller, but still a big idea. But what I'm going to start with actually are just little kind of like Sunday like comics of things that have happened in my everyday life since I've had kids, like just little funny scenarios that have happened. I will give you a little insight into one of them. When my oldest son was, oh man, maybe like 6 or 7, and my youngest son was like 3 or 4, my husband was playing a game on the Xbox, and he went into the kitchen to get some chips and sour cream. And my youngest son came, and the Xbox has the touch button where you just literally touch your finger over it and it turns the console on or off. Well, my husband was in the kitchen getting his chips and sour cream, and he was like, "Don't you dare, Link! Don't you dare touch that!" And all of a sudden, you heard the "ba-doop," which is the sound the Xbox makes when you turn it off. And my husband comes running back in the living room, and he's like, "No, you didn't! No, no!" And it was like this whole thing. It's actually recorded on one of my videos on my YouTube channel, one of my earliest videos. I cannot remember which one it is right now, but it's recorded. You can hear it happening in the background. My husband is freaking out because my youngest son turned the Xbox off before my husband was able to like save his game. Like he's like, I was nowhere near a save file. Like it was this whole thing. And then in the background, you can hear my son Ben being like, "And he stepped in the sour cream that you spilled." And it was just like it was just the funniest thing. Like you just really had to hear the whole thing to understand. But little clips of life, like little anecdotes like that, made into a comic. I feel like I would much rather experiment with my art style and comic making style with stuff like that rather than experimenting with my big idea. Like I want to figure out what's easy for me with comic making and what's difficult. So once I figure that out, I can kind of factor it into my big idea. So anyway, that's my whole thought process behind rather than just going in on my big idea. I kind of want to practice and, kind of gain more experience with little smaller, kind of less important things so that I can advocate things that I learn from that to my bigger ideas. But yeah, anyway. My little sisters and stepsisters love the 6-7 meme. I hear it every day. I have heard recently that all the memes from 2025 have died. At like once 2026 hit, all the memes from the previous year died. But I still do 6-7 just to kind of troll Ben. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do is troll Ben. Excited to see what you make. Hopefully you work on it in the future live because it would be really cool to see the process. Yeah, I definitely do want to work on it live. It's just it's so intimidating to work on stuff like that because I like I mean I'm not I guess it's kind of the same as just drawing live, but it's really intimidating to work on stuff like that because I feel like it's really hard. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, Andrew. Oh, hi there, Alicia. I'm doing pretty good, Andrews. How are you doing? Andrews Journeys, are you a fan of Stray Kids? Or any K-pop, I guess? Oh wow. Look at that hat. Look at that hat lineup. That is pretty close. Not good with the eyes, but so if I move the hat, if I line up the eyes and the eyebrows, those look pretty good. The hat is way too big on that side. Let's try that. And then if I move that over, much closer. I think that can probably move over a little bit. That's pretty close. I like that. Here, K-pop enjoyer, K-pop demon hunters. Yes, this is top line. Oh, you're not really a K-pop enjoyer, but you do like K-pop demon hunters. Okay, I see. You're puzzling with 1,000 piece. Oh my goodness, that is crazy.
It's the pad. Well, look at your that's nice. So get comfortable because any minute now. Thank you. Good time, Jimmy, for it. This. No, you won't get in the pitch. No, more than you can. So comfortable because a minute I did and dash. Got the car with us in the back. Don't get you that touch. Don't get comfortable because I'm home. Hurts. No.
I do like Cat's Eye. Yeah. I don't listen to too much K-pop regularly, but I do I know I have at least one or two songs by Cat's Eye that I like.
Turn up. Turn up.
What inspired you to make a webcomic? I think probably just coming across webtoons and well, reading webcomics that I really liked, and then kind of just I don't exactly remember what inspired my original story, but my big story that I'm really super excited about is about a guy who comes across a sketchbook that makes whatever he draws in it happen in real life. Um, and I remember when I first came up with that idea, me and my husband and my oldest son Ben we sat in the living room and it was probably like 2 or 3 hours. We just sat talking about all the things that could happen with this potential idea of somebody came across a sketchbook where they drew something in it that made it come true in real life, and all these ideas just kind of came about, and then it just kind of like really it really fired off the idea for the story, and then more things just kind of as I worked it more and more things fell in line, and I don't know, I thought it was like I've always liked the idea of writing stories. But I think with my addition of really liking to draw things, just the two of those combined, it just made sense. You know, I'm an artist, but I also like to write stories. So an artist who likes to write stories is a comic artist, right? You know, you like to tell your story through visuals. So I feel like that really it's really what gave me the idea to try to make a comic, And it's probably the harder avenue. I've also thought of just taking the story that I'm working on and just writing it as like a novel, or like maybe not a novel because it probably wouldn't be long enough, but just writing it as just having like a written version of the story with no pictures, and then having like a comic be like a sub option or whatever you would call it. Um, but I just think for me personally, having the pictures along with the narrative makes more sense. And I like that idea more. It's like when I picture my story being read by other people, I picture them being able to see what I see in my head. And in order for that to happen, I feel like I would have to include the visuals that I see. Because when you write a story with just words and no pictures, you're kind of leaving it up to the reader to decide what. So like if I were to write a story about a guy who found a sketchbook and drew in it, I would kind of be leaving it up to the reader to interpret what does that guy look like. I could kind of give examples or like a description of what he looks like, and even with that, it's still kind of up to the reader's imagination of what they see the main character looking like. But when you have a comic, you're able to actually draw them. So it kind of connects the personality of the dialogue to the actual visual of the character. And so, I don't know, that's kind of like the long-winded way. Yes. Ink balloon squeeze. But anyway, yeah. You have watched it 2 times. Listen to this. I've heard the song so many times. It's all over social media. You love writing stories? Oh yeah, me too. I have so many stories kind of like on the back burner that I haven't fully written out, but yeah, I really like this too. Have you seen the movie Sketch? I feel like my son has mentioned that. I feel like he said that actually my idea kind of reminded him of that movie, but he's like, you're not gonna go pop it, are you? Are you sure? Okay. That's good for Han for now, I think. Let's make this one that small. And then we'll do this one. And then you guys can choose who I do next. Oh, hello, definitely okay. Yes, who next, OG? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gamer Girl. Okay, so next we have the option of we have Felix, Bangchan, Hyunjin, Chanbin, Seungmin, or Lino. What do you guys think? Vote amongst yourselves, and I will be right back. Okay, we draw next. Oh, OG votes Felix. Definitely says your art is so awesome. I subbed. Thank you so much. Felix sounds good. Yes, Felix. How long have you been to stay? 3 years. Wow. I don't know who any of these people are. I'm the odd one out here. It doesn't matter who you do. Andrew, honestly, I'm kind of with you. I don't really know any of the Stray Kids individually like a lot of the people here do. I just know that my son Ben is really into Stray Kids and he knows a lot of them. He's been listening to a lot of them, so I like some of their music. I've heard quite a few of their songs, but I don't know them enough to know who the individual people are. So I'm with you, Andrew. Do not feel left out here. But we will go ahead and do Felix next by popular vote. But don't feel like the odd one out, Andrew. Okay? Because I'm right there with you. Oh, this song is called Stray Kids by Stray Kids. I hope I don't get copyright strike playing this on my YouTube channel. Okay. Let me get my Felix picture here. Okay, that feels a lot better. 8 is one of the best albums. Okay. 8. You know what this beat reminds me of? Is that other K-pop song? It's like, I feel so out of touch, something. Scared me so bad. But yeah, that one song that's like, this so out of touch. Something, way too much. That's the beat of this song. Please, somebody agree with me. Tell me that I'm right here. All right, here we go.
God bless the swing girls, God bless the dream girls, God bless the queen girls that tell you you're the cheat girls, God bless the free girls.
I have to look it up now.
Yes, God bless even the mean girls. Girls.
I think it's a song called Touch by Cat's Eye.
She way too much. I don't think it is. You've been so hard. So hard to try. No, it's been a butter. Tuesday and sweet at the sun. 2 days wasn't fun. Now we can say, oh baby, I was getting bored. Thursday, I was suspicious. Friday, you were really cool. Then you were innocent. I was moving on, cause you been too slow. So I was wondering, still out. So I say, pause tonight. To be thought, it's touch you way too much. It's much. To be should be thought, it should be thought, touch, way too much. I stand in my finger. So I thought it just, first out, I'ma say sorry. I'm innocent. More. Come on, put it slowly. How can I say? See, I've heard before. Something to waste my time. To waste my life. So here comes some good. Let's see. Hold on. Confessing your arms. But to be thought, touch, touch away too much. Stop having to do this, but you be thought, but you be thought, touch.
Oh, Mean Girls is a peak song. Oh no, I feel bad for changing it.
Touch. You heard on the internet, girl.
I look at a clock and it's 9:48 p.m. where I live. Oh, that's the same place it is for me. It's 9:49. If you guys are drawing along with me, make sure to share your drawings on my Discord. It's linked in my profile on my YouTube channel. I would love to see your drawings along. Oh, Moonlight drew just Monica. Nice. Super cute. I like it a lot. Hold on. Try to remember. DDLC, I believe. Doki Doki Literature Club. Very nice. Super cute. Just Monica. Oh, hi, Angel. Angel Sugi Kuni. That's better than what I could do. Share whatever you draw on my Discord. I would love to see it. We've had Moonlight share some art. Your fellow potato shared some art. Nemo shared some art. Nemo drew Sungmin, which was super cool. They said I really personally liked how the hair turned out. The hair look does look really, really good. I really like seeing your guys' artwork. Yes, OG Soda Pop. Doll says, I'm going to go now, but I will definitely watch or miss later. The drawings look great and chatting has been nice. Bye for now. Okay, thank you, Doll. Love you. Thank you for joining. Gamer Girl says, I mostly do anime and chibi, but I want to do more realistic styles. Yeah, I wish, I really started drawing with with realistic styles, but I want my style to have more of a semi-realistic look. So still kind of partially realistic um proportions, but more simplified shading. It's really hard to find that balance because I find myself almost over rendering certain drawings. They could just get like too rendered to a certain extent. Yeah, that's what I have trouble with anyway. I'm just gonna quickly overlay this onto the Felix drawing. And I'm gonna resize it so that it's closer to the similar size that I want, just to see how far off I am. So far, everything is just a little bit skewed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna skew everything a little bit more like this. And now I'm going to overlay it him one more time. Um, the hand comes out on the left a little bit more to the left. And I feel like it needs to be skewed a little bit more. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to make this just a little bit more of like this direction. What's your favorite art style? Anime eyes is my kryptonite. Yeah, apatu. Apatu, apatu. I can't do the circle for the head, the eyes, or the hands. You can't do the circle for the head, the eyes, or the hands. Interesting. Okay, now I've got that. I'm gonna overlay it one more time just to see how off I am. Look at that. With that little bit, with that little bit of a workaround, this is a very, very close. Like if I align the chin, I can see here that the ear is a little bit low that I've drawn, but the eyes are right, pretty much right on. The eyebrows are a little bit, the glasses are a little bit low, and the finger is pretty close. I don't need it to be exact. I'm not trying to draw it exactly as the reference. The whole point of the reference is this may sound stupid, but like the point of a reference is not to copy exactly, but to reference, as in you're just using it as kind of an idea of what you're wanting to make. So you're not trying to copy exactly. Of course, you can use a reference and you can try to copy your reference, but there's a difference between copying something and referencing something. Now, for me personally, when I am using a reference, when I'm trying to do studies, I prefer to be able to get pretty similar to what my reference shows. So right now I know that I need to lower this eyebrow, lower both eyebrows just a hair, and raise my ear. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select my eyebrows, and I'm going to lower them just a hair. And then I'm going to actually raise my ear up just a bit. Because this is something else. When the head is straight on, I don't know if you guys are watching me right at this second, but when the head is straight on, I don't know if you can see my ears, they're right here. The top of your ear is going to be in line with your brow, okay? And the bottom of your ear, the lobe, is going to be in line with the bottom of your nose, okay? So when your head tilts down like this, the top of your ear is now going to be higher than your brow line. And the bottom of your ear is going to be higher than your nose line. So it's almost like when you have a downward looking face angle, your ears are going to be a little more raised. Versus if you're looking up like this, now the top of my ears are here and my brows are up here. So the top of my ears are going to be lower than my brow line, and the bottom of my ears are going to be lower than my nose line, okay? So just remember that. I didn't know that. Yeah. So straight on proportions of the face for the most part. Obviously everybody's features are different, but for a generalization, the top of your ears are going to be in line with the top of your brows, and the bottom of your ears are going to be in line with the bottom of your nose. When the head is tilted down, the ears will be raised. And when the head is tilted up, the ears will be lowered. That will really help the understanding of your faces when you're drawing in, the different up and down angles. So right here in this photo reference that I have of Felix, his face is tilted, his head is tilted down a little bit, right? He's like this. So that his ear is a little bit higher here than his brow line. So that makes sense. So just a second ago, I had my ear here, if you can see. I just did an undo, where it shows that my ear line is lower than his brow line. And then now if I if I select it, I'm going to raise it up. higher than his brow line. That now gives the idea more that his head is tilted down because that's just how the features work. So, anyway. Oh, Gamer Girl says, I just learned something that helps me with drawing now. Awesome. That is the goal. I'm so glad. What platform website do you draw on? I'm currently using Clip Studio Paint. I purchased the lifetime license because I'm using it on my drawing tablet. It's a Huium Canvas 13, where you can make like a one-time purchase, which was my initial, uh, you know, what's it called? Um, that's what I wanted. Like, so when I brought Procreate on the tablet on my iPad, and then that was a one-time purchase. And I bought Wondershare Filmora as a one-time purchase. That's my video editing software that I use to make my YouTube videos with. And I bought Clip Studio Paint as a one-time purchase for my PC, but I know that you can also purchase it for like an iPad, but you have to purchase it using like it's like a monthly subscription. If you use an iPad or a tablet or some other kind of more portable device, they require you to make a purchase of like a monthly subscription, which I was just not down for. I just want a one-time purchase. I don't have to continue buying it. Um, it just seems more feasible for me monetarily. So anyway, but Andrew's such a great art teacher. I don't know about that. I will definitely share the knowledge that I have. Um, I would not say that makes me a great art teacher, but hey, if you guys learn something from me, that is amazing. That's so cool. Okay. So I will even probably raise his ear up just a tiny bit more because I feel like his expression in this reference photo, he is kind of leaning downwards so much. I'm just gonna draw his nose. Can you come see the Asian man I'm drawing? It is on. Okay, would you guys like to see my husband here? He's a little camera shy. Here he is, Mr. RC Pineapple. Okay, be there soon. Thank you. Good night. Will you go make sure that Ben has cleaned his teeth, please? Lincoln, like, can you pause that, please, and go clean your teeth, and then you can come back and play for a little bit. I just want to make sure that your teeth are clean before you fall asleep tonight, okay? Oh wow, is my YouTube stream so far behind? Like, what is going on? Oh no, that's bad. That's not bad. Well, it was for some reason it was like I had clicked on the thing way far behind. I'm curious to know how many of you guys draw like how many of you guys draw humans? Because I know that OG was saying that they don't really draw humans very often. Maybe they draw more of like fantasy characters or maybe even animals. So I'd be interested to know what kind of stuff do you guys are you guys into drawing? How long have you been drawing for? Oh man. So I have a video on my YouTube channel. If you have just recently joined because of my live stream, that's super cool. If you decide to subscribe and watch any of my long form videos, that would be awesome. I have a video that I posted. It's my PewDiePie video where I talk about how I started getting into drawing, kind of my journey up until now, and what kind of inspired me and what made me decide to kind of pursue drawing more seriously. I made a whole video on that. So if you want, if you want to watch that video, that'd be awesome. Yeah, maybe leave a comment on what you thought or whatever. But for the most part, like I feel like most people kind of have the comment like, "Oh, I've been drawing since I was a kid." And like I do remember loving drawing ever since I was younger, but it wasn't until maybe like 2019 I think was when I decided like, I do like drawing, but I want to get better at it. That was the year that I was like, I really want to try to improve. And there were certain YouTubers that I was watching at the time that really inspired me to be like, they were like, yeah, they were like really, really good at drawing, and it made me feel like I want to be better at drawing. So, yeah, anyway, if you watch those videos on my YouTube channel, you'll know a little bit more about my backstory because I kind of go into it more there. But my YouTube videos, my long form ones, are they're a little bit more eloquent because they're scripted to a sense, or like I plan out everything I want to say to make sure I hit all these certain points. Um and live I'm a little bit more bleh, with my with my speech, like I can't really think of the right words that I want to say. With long form videos, it's much easier because I have a lot more time that I can plan my scripts and figure out what I want to say and everything. So, as much as I would love to describe to you in detail about how long I've been drawing and what my inspiration was and all that, it's a little bit more difficult for me to think of it on the spot. I'd have to like, rehack the recesses of my brain to remember, but yeah, anyway. Andrew says, I don't draw humans much, but when I get the chance, I do practice them. I should practice them more than I do. I really, really should. And I'm going to get back to my drawing now because it's been quite a while since I've gotten to this drawing, but I like to kind of stop and, chat with you guys for a while when I can. Oh, I really like this song. This is not a K-pop song, by the way. This is a Tate McRae song. This is just playing Spotify. Oh, well, now we have a K-pop song. I think Andrew will specifically like this song because it is the K-pop Demon Hunters. Probably one of the only ones that I know quite well.
I was a ghost, I was alone. You remember wrong, I didn't know. To know if I was a dream that I meant to have. I never tried. I can't hear some things. Out of that child could have got to wild, but now that's how I'm getting there. With a few stage, now I'm shining. I'm gonna be with man home.
You're a great singer. That's not me, that's her. You're not hearing me. You're hearing her. If you hear any of my voice on top of her voice, you're automatically combining the two. I am not a great singer. It's all her. I recently saw a TikTok live of, I can't remember what K-pop. It was a girl group that was singing this song, but they sang it in the actual key, like the original key from the movie. and it was so good. Like, it's so good, so amazing. And I think what Ben told me originally was that the song Golden was written with the idea that like a human could not possibly sing it because the key was so high. But there has been some girl groups and some singers that have actually sung it in the original key. And it's just like it just blows my mind because it just sounds so good. I love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw on the eyes because I've been kind of procrastinating that.
I think it's so cute, and I think it's so sweet. How you like to friends and cards.
That is Megan Trainor. That is not K-pop. Boys with Love featuring Halsey. Oh, I like Halsey. I don't know if I've heard this one yet.
Bless you. Oh, what?
Okay, so I think his hand actually needs to be a little closer.
Ja, samen on. Ja, bang is het fucking aan de bottom no on. And I will play a got but then get this without
Yes, BTS featuring Halsey. What's your guys' favorite K-pop group? I would say with confidence that my son Ben's favorite K-pop group is Stray Kids. The first K-pop group that I think I really enjoyed music from was New Jeans. They have that Super Shy song. And this is kind of embarrassing, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway because why not? I am what I well, I don't know exactly what I would call it, but I feel like I have what is considered um collective effervescence, which I've learned recently means like you experience emotion as a collective on something. But more specifically, I don't know if that has exactly to do with this as what I'm thinking of, but like, so I get very emotional at things very easily. I can't watch certain commercials. I can't listen to certain sad songs. I can't watch certain videos because they'll make me cry very easily, and I don't enjoy that. But there was one time where I was showing my son Ben the song Super Shy by New Jeans. And if you've ever watched that music video, it is like they're in this big city square and it's super bright and colorful and they're dancing and it's like really upbeat. And I literally cried as I was showing him this music video. And I cried because I was enjoying it so much. Like I just liked it so much it made me cry. Um and I can't really explain why that happened, but that I feel like that is one song that will always stick with me is because for whatever reason it just made me cry when I watched the music videos because I liked it so much. But yeah, New Jeans. I cannot say that I know any songs other than theirs other than Super Shy. But I'm sure I would like them because and then I think there's a K-pop group called I think it's Illicit. I'm not sure if that's exactly their name, but they have a song called Magnetic. It went really viral, really popular on TikTok, and that's actually my phone ringtone. It's like the iPhone ringtone mixed with Magnetic. And I really like that one too. So anyway. Um Angel says BTS. Okay, legit. And Gamer Girl says I've only heard Stray Kids, but I want to try some more. I'll do that sometime. Awesome. Angel says Twice or aespa. I'll have to look that up. I feel like we listened to an aespa song earlier. I can't remember what it was. OG says I've listened to a lot of K-pop groups and SKZ, which is Stray Kids, or in Hyphen. Yeah, is easily the best. Okay, I can see that. aespa. Let me look up some aespa. And I just dropped my pen, but I will pick it up. aespa. aespa radio. Okay, so this is Supernova by aespa.
Some kind of supernova. Watch out. Look at me go. Jump on.
Just I hope you don't recommend anything that has bad words in it because I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to anything with bad language. So yeah.
Supernova.
We're gonna do this, and then I'm going to select the mouth here because I feel like it can probably be a little bit wider, a little bit smaller. What do you guys think about my Felix drawing so far? What would you change? Angel says I love this song. Okay, good. Well, you were the one who suggested aespa, so I believe that. How do you guys feel about this Felix drawing at the moment? Before I add some extra details as far as like the rest of his shoulders and his neck and like the rest of his hair, like is there anything that you guys are seeing that is off at this point that I should change, that I should adjust, that I'm not seeing? I'm going to move it over top of this just to see. You see, I'm super happy with this. So what I'm seeing here is his jaw is a little wide that I've drawn, which means the ear is also a little wide. But the eyes and the eyebrows are pretty on point. The finger is kind of like that's subjective. Like the finger could be any position. It's not going to change the way his actual fingers look or the way his actual face looks. Uh, let's see. Andrew says it looks good so far. Angel says the drawing is great. OG says the eyes might be off a little bit. I might be seeing things off. I think the eyes are only off in the sense of I think once I did this overlay, you can kind of see here. this eye should be tilted up a little bit because the finger is going, he's resting his hand on his face, right? So he's not just going like this. It's not just like a straight. He's literally resting his fingers. So when I go like this, I don't know if okay, I'm just gonna do this. So if I was just like this, it'd be one thing, but he's like this, right? He's like resting his finger, his head on his face. So his eye skin right here. Obviously, his eyeball's not going to move because the eyeball is set into the skull a certain way, but the skin around his eye will move. So if he puts his finger here and he rests his head down on it, it literally pulls the skin up. So the eye will be tilted a little bit higher up than the other eye. So thank you, OG, for pointing that out. That is correct. I am going to actually, while it's here, I'm going to select this eye and I'm going to distort it just so that it up a little bit. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with everything else, I think. I feel like the ear actually could probably, the ear and this chin here, I'm going to push in a little bit like that.
You don't wanna be on my backside, that's right, I'm riding through, but you wanna be
That's pretty good.
free if I was hooping around the world, pause on your girl, booty if it being back to
Gamer says, honestly, I love that drawing. I don't see anything off except for the ear. It's slightly too wide. Yeah. I went ahead and pulled that in a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to, he's got his long, luscious hair coming down this way. And then from that, he's got like this yellow scarf looking thing. And he's got this white shirt that comes this way. And a black shirt that kind of connects here. And we got like this little scarf here that comes its way too. And then this like this. Okay. So I'm going to focus now on the structure of his fingers here. I'm just going to get the bare structure of what I think this looks like. And then I'll come in and redo it with a line art. If you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, it's linked in my YouTube profile information thing or whatever. But if you want to join that and then share your drawings that you're working on right now in the works in progress or finished artworks or whatever, that'd be super cool. Like, I love to see your guys' artworks. And we have a monthly art competition going on right now. The first competition of 2026, January's prompt is oh my goodness, I can't even think of exactly how I worded it. It was contest info here. It says something that keeps you company. That's the theme of this month's competition. And I'm super excited to see what you guys do. I already have an idea in my mind, but I'm not going to spoil it right now. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, share whatever you're drawing right now. That'd be super awesome. And then if you want to join the contest, we have roles that you can choose in the roles channel where you can get notified anytime I post updates about the roles and stuff. And then also sometimes we play art games. Like I like to do Gartic Phone, and I really want to play like Scribble.io sometime. I think that would be really fun. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. If you guys are interested in something like that. Oh, Angel said they joined the Discord. Awesome. Thank you. So glad to have you. I'm excited to see some stuff from you, Angel. So now we're listening to On the Ground by Rose. Is Rose like one of Isn't Rose like one of the K-pop groups? I can't was she one of New Jeans or Blackpink? I feel like Rose, that name sounds so familiar. I would join, but I don't have it, but hopefully I can get it soon. Okay, no issue. Are you like not allowed to have Discord? Like your parents won't allow you or something, or you just don't have access to it, or no big deal. Just being here for the live streams is super cool. Like I appreciate all you guys who are watching the live streams, watching my YouTube videos, liking the streams and the videos and sharing. That's super cool. Blackpink, yeah, I thought that Rose sounded familiar. So this must be one of her solo songs. I like it. On the ground. I like it. Everything she needs is on the ground. That's awesome. We got Tic Tac by Illit. Okay. Roses from Blackpink, yeah. So what I want to hear is Magnetic because I really like that song. That is what my ringtone is based off of. Is from Illit. Yeah, this one. I have the iPhone version of this song for my ringtone. It's amazing and I love it. Is the music like super bad quality? Because Ben was telling me earlier that did not sound very good at all, and I'm hoping that that's gonna save me from having YouTube copyright strikes is having the music playing, but I don't know. I don't know the dance, but it's super fun. I like it a lot. I haven't talked to my mom about it, getting Discord for anything other than esports at the high school I go to. Music is super quiet. I'm assuming it's because of copyright. Yeah, so I have like a little speaker kind of playing here. And I figured that the music would be quiet just because I have it on a really low volume so that whenever I'm speaking, I'm not like trying to yell over the music that I'm hearing. Um, Angel said it's kind of bad, but that's okay. I kind of am banking on it being a little bad because I'm hoping that it's not going to flag me for copyright, which would give my channel a copyright strike. I'm not trying to get that on my channel, but I might not be able to really play music. It's a cool speaker, thanks. Yeah, it's a Bluetooth speaker that I got from my phone. It connects Bluetooth or whatever. Um, I really don't want to get any copyright strikes on my YouTube channel because if you get 3 copyright strikes, you can get your channel completely like deleted and shut down, which I don't want. But then again, it's like it's hard to play music because if you don't have a license to the copyright music, then you can very easily get a copyright strike. So if I end up getting a copyright strike on this live stream, then be sure that this will be the last live stream that you actually ever hear any music like this. I feel like that's also what's kind of hard is like I could play music during my live streams, but they would be like YouTube music that's not anything that anyone's ever heard before. Um, it would just be just random music that's on the YouTube audio library. I don't know if I know Andrew's Journeys has a YouTube channel. You guys should definitely check that out. But if you don't if you're not a YouTube creator and you haven't checked out the YouTube audio library, then you wouldn't know that a lot of the music that they have licensed for YouTube and available to use for videos and live streams and stuff, it's not like mainstream music. It's just like instrumental, weird stuff that you've never heard before. So, which I'm not opposed to using. I probably will give this, a while, and if I don't end up getting any kind of copyright strikes, then I might do the same thing where I kind of play it in the background. I wonder if maybe I'm playing it in the background, but I'm still talking. It'll be harder for the YouTube algorithm to kind of pick up that I'm using copyrighted music. But I don't know. This is something that I'm gonna be thinking about. But anyway, Gamer Girl said that you haven't talked to your mom about it, getting Discord for anything other than esports. Yeah, so definitely, obviously, wait for your parents' permission. Don't ever try to get anything without your parents' permission. That's a very important thing. I have 2 kids myself. They have very strict internet restrictions, and we heavily monitor the kind of stuff that they're allowed to access and everything. My oldest son does have Discord, but I'm also like I have access to his password and his account and everything, so I know everything that he's getting into. But definitely make sure that you have your parents' permission and that they know what you're getting into when you do join Discord. And don't, obviously don't just be joining any Discord out there. My Discord specifically, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I do try to pride myself on making sure that my Discord is family friendly, is appropriate. There's not anything that's going to be um super nothing that's inappropriate that's going to be what anybody would consider super controversial or anything. But with that said, there's always individuals on the internet who are obviously doing things they're not supposed to be doing and acting in inappropriate ways. So you definitely just want to make sure that you're very, very careful on the internet, especially when it comes to Discord, because it's like a chatting, kind of community service application. So anyway, yeah, as much as I would love to have you guys all on the Discord, definitely make sure that if you're underage, if you're a minor, make sure you have your parents' permission to be doing those kinds of things. So yeah, that's very, very important. Um, have you ever heard of Iris Out? Iris Out? I don't think so. Iris Out, maybe. See if I can look it up. Okay, so there's several songs by Iris Out. I'm just gonna click on the first one. Music is hard on YouTube. I use the YouTube music library all the time. I have been looking into the music library for YouTube. I actually have made a playlist to play, to play during YouTube live streams. And I actually haven't used it yet because most of my live streams I've been doing have been on TikTok. But this is the first live stream that I have done on YouTube recently, that I have used actual music, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to block me or stop my live stream, or even what's the word? It's gonna end up getting me some kind of copyright strike because I'm using copyrighted music. I hope not. I hope it kind of covers up the music that I'm playing because I'm talking, but I know sometimes I don't talk and it plays, and I don't know. We will see. Your channel on YouTube will usually get like 3 strikes, you're out kind of thing when it comes to copyright music. So if I get a single copyright strike, I will know that it is because I have been playing this music and I won't do that anymore. Um And even the next live stream, I might just go ahead and just play the music from the YouTube audio library because I really don't want my channel to get deleted. So yeah, I might just work on that anyway. Yeah, that's it. Okay, back to this drawing. We're drawing his hand here. We're drawing his one finger is coming down this way, and then we've got. Oh wait, that finger's coming. That's this one, and then this one is. And then we've got. Just erase a little bit of this. I have a YouTube channel, but only one post on it. Oh, that's cool. What kind of stuff are you wanting to post more on your YouTube channel? Do you have like an art channel or you're a gamer girl, so do you post like gaming videos or do you plan on posting any more videos or what do you got going on? What are we listening to now? Aina? Okay, I think that we need a big. I actually really like that layout. It looks really good. I plan on doing video games, but also some posts with like some drawings I make. Oh, that's cool. Angel says I also have a YouTube channel. Oh, that's so cool. You guys make sure you check out each other's YouTube channels and be supportive of that. That's amazing. Andrew says I'm getting so close to finishing the puzzle. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome, Andrew. I'm listening now to some music that I'm not really sure I understand. Let's go back to Stray Kids. Stray Kids Radio. Let's do that. Let's shuffle Stray Kids Radio.
This is awesome.
Spaghetti. I'm not sure about that one. Moon. How is in hyphen on Stray Kids Radio? Uh, Ben. Ben, if you're there, how is in hyphen on the Stray Kids Radio? I clicked on Stray Kids Radio and it's playing an in hyphen song.
Because it right now is like on actual radio where we hear a song. You'll play songs and everything. Like I'll play a genre song.
So in hyphen is like Stray Kids.
Yeah, very nice.
They have a similar
Yeah.
style.
So
Do you know this song specifically, Moonstruck?
yeah.
Are you an hyphen fan?
Yes.
How many in hyphen songs do you know? Do you know, are there 8 members of an hyphen? The same as Stray Kids? Or,
I think you should be sick.
but you like Stray Kids better than in hyphen? But have you listened to as much in hyphen as you have Stray Kids?
I'm pretty sure the hyphen has less. Well, Strike is my influence.
But the songs that you've heard, you like Stray Kids songs better than you like in hyphen songs.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of hyphen songs that are much better in Strike Is song I've heard, but only like two of those.
Which ones are those? You know? What are they called?
So there's Bite Me,
Bite Me?
Bite Me.
Oh, Bite Me. Okay.
Then
Okay, let's listen to that.
Drunk Taste.
Drunk Days. Oh, they said Trump Days. Okay. Bite Me and Drunk Days.
Dazed.
Days. Okay.
Dazed.
Dazed. Bite Me by in hyphen. This is the one that Ben says he likes. Okay. So whenever I have this in line, oops, what did I do there? Whenever I, oh my goodness, whenever I have this aligned over here, I can see that my eyes and my mouth and everything line up pretty well, but my fingers here, I need to appear a little like that. And then this needs to come up a little like that. Oh, it's pretty good. So now I'm going to lower the opacity of that and make a new one. You love Drunk Days. Awesome. We will listen to that one next. This eye is getting pulled up a little bit from the finger here. Well, you finished the puzzle. That's so cool. Awesome.
Got me looking out for it. Like my poison in my blood. Like a one legend.
Thank you for the background noise while doing the puzzle. Anything. Anything for you, Andrew. For sure. Dogs. Cats or dogs? I say dogs. Dogs. Dogs for me. Personally love dogs. I got a free puppy from outside of a Walmart in Stillwater, Oklahoma, because people were giving them away. That's awesome. It's really hard to pass up a free puppy. I get that.
Oh yeah, cheese. Wait, the call. Put in a thing, but yeah, ain't got my war. Talk that talk. Runways I walk. Got the pop, the chart. I wanted it to fight you. So good to find I can run.
Dogs are all right. I just like how cats are more chill. Cats can be chill, but dogs can also be chill, right? Fair. I feel like my sketch here had just end up my line art had just end up being more like a sketch.
Straight to your gut like straight to your gut like That in it is the Godfather's breath, but rest of you, we fight up a candle. This
I feel like I'm pretty happy with how this Felix sketch has turned out.
brown flowing. You mean what? Diamond shot and diamond talent, diamond money. My father driving out with blood. Open the island wild and calling on him and no, yeah. Speak of bodies on bodies like the smoke, yeah. Shot on it, find me out. Now so, oh my God. You hold it, it's not what you mean. No, I'm telling, I'm telling.
Let's line it up here and see how far off we are. Okay. So it looks like everything could be kind of squished a little bit. So we're going to do that. We're going to select everything. We're going to just squish. And then we're going to see how it looks. You know, it's a little bit off, but I'm still happy with it. The goggles give me Eggman vibes. It's funny. I like that. I know this song. How many of you guys liked the FNAF series or franchise or whatever I should say? Should I do a live stream of that next, drawing FNAF characters? Let me know your favorite FNAF character, and I will draw it in the next live stream.
The 20. I
Said I have to be outside for 2 hours because I'm pasty like a vampire. I'm Mexican, but hey, vitamin D is important. It is important to be outside for at least a little while. It can help with so many different things. I'm pretty much done with the stream, I think. I've been streaming. Oh my goodness. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. I need to go. I'll tell you what though. We done 3 Stray Kids this evening. Let me create another folder and then include those. Okay.
so beautifully.
We've done 3 Stray Kids drawings this evening. We've done Ian, Han, and Felix. I feel like Ian here, Singman, is my favorite. I feel like the first one was the best one. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I'm still happy with how that went. So maybe tomorrow I'll do another stream. If you guys would be here, that would be super awesome. To draw along with what I'm drawing and maybe share your stuff in the Discord. That'd be super cool. Andrew says, I never really got into FNAF. I'm the type of person who more watches horror games be played instead of playing them myself. I get that. I get that. Gamer Girl says, already that was fast. The pics are awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you guys were here. Angel says, bye, RC. Have a good night. You too, Angel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking and joining the Discord and all the different things that you guys did. I really appreciate it so much. And hopefully I will see you guys again tomorrow night and we will either draw some more Stray Kids or maybe some FNAF stuff, just whatever is it's whatever I feel like drawing, I guess.